levantar la mano. Pep, hola, Nick Collins.
Yeah. Okay. How much more confident do you feel the players will be now that you've won again when you face Barcelona tomorrow?
Good morning. Of course, win the last game help a lot. Not just our team, all the teams in the world. So when you play one game, when you won the previous one, you are more. Your feeling is much better. But the Champions is completely different. It's a short competition, so you have to win 2 games from 3, or it depends, one draw, and tomorrow have another chance, and we're going to try it against the best. We're going to try it.
Pep, John Murray from the BBC. You said the day before the game in Barcelona that was the sort of match where you would learn a great deal about your players, about your squad. I'm sure you've watched the match again since then. So what did you learn?
Well, we lost 4-0. So we have still too much to learn. We concede a lot, but I learned how good we compete in a lot of minutes. How dangerous they are when they are in the ball possession, but especially when they don't have the ball. When they use Neymar and Luis Suarez, the second balls, they are so strong. If they win that ball, it's immediately a chance for them. They defend high, they defend so compact. But we compete. For most of the players, it was the first time they were in the Camp Nou, and it's not always easy, but they compete quite well. But the result is results. 4-0, it's show us a lot of things that in that level you have to be precise. You don't have to concede a lot because the opponents, they are so strong.
Hello, Pep. Stuart Brennan, Manchester Evening News. City have had 4 red cards in 5 games against Barcelona. Do you need discipline to be on a different level when you're playing against a team like them?
No.
And with that in mind, have you spoken to Nolito about his incident for the yellow card on Saturday?
Yeah. When I'm talking about you have to learn, it's always learning this kind of thing. So it's always difficult to win the Champions League games. It's always difficult to win against Barcelona. 11 against 11, against 10 against 11 is almost impossible. Manuel lived that. And of course you have to improve. Sometimes it's unfair. Sometimes it's our mistakes, and the last time it was a mistake, so we have to improve on that. In that level you cannot concede. It's impossible to achieve the target. But it's football. Football is a game of mistakes, and sometimes you have to leave some situations on that to improve on that. But I agree with you. Completely agree.
Hola, Pep. Aquí, Claudia Collado, buenas tardes de Movistar Plus. Siempre es especial.
It's always special for you to play against Barca, but do you have a feeling of wanting to get revenge? No. Pep, ¿quién Balaguer?
Háblanos de Caballero. ¿Cómo ha llevado los últimos días? ¿Has tenido que hablar con él?
No.
¿Está tranquilo?
Me ha ayudado.
He has helped me very much from the very first few games. I like him very on a personal level, and as a goalkeeper, every time he's played really well, and it gives me a lot of confidence. If he plays well, we're happy with him, and if he doesn't play well, we'll try and give him a helping hand. I'm very satisfied with Willie. When he plays, when he doesn't play, I've no doubts about him, or doubts in him. Ian de la BBC in Manchester.
Obviously at right back, you've played Pablo Maffio at right back, and you've played with 3 at the back. Have you thought about how you might play tomorrow against Barcelona?
Yeah, I have an idea. Yeah, I have an idea how we're going to play. Sometimes works, sometimes not, but I have an idea, yeah.
Hi Pep, Sam Lee from Goal. You've spoken a lot about Aguero this season and the kind of improvements you would like to see from him. Tomorrow you'll face Luis Suarez. Is it fair to say that Suarez has the kind of qualities you would like to see from Aguero? And is he an example for Sergio?
No. The quality from Luis Suarez is his qualities. I don't want the qualities. Aguero is his own qualities. So when I want is the help to Aguero to achieve his huge qualities as much as possible. That is what it is. So no, I'm not, because he has his own quality. I cannot ask to Sergio what, for example, Luis Suarez does. I cannot, because it would be unfair. So I know the quality of the players. I have to help these players to develop his quality and also his mentality. That is what I want.
Hola, aquí. Lou. Da Lou.
From Luke, I wanted to know if it's more difficult for City to give an opportunity to young players more than teams like Bayern or Barca, and if it is like that. No, the most important thing is that City, 6 or 7 years they've been working on this project, and we have players that in the future will be very valuable for our first team. I have no doubt about that. To compare them with Barca, it's difficult, because I had already been manager of the second team during a year, so I knew them all. So I've only been here for 3 months, and I was 20 years in Barcelona, and I would like to do similar things here, but I need more time. The young players look good, and I'm sure that many of them will get to the first team. Hola de nuevo, Pep. Simon Crab.
Think then can or maybe will make the difference for your team tomorrow to beat Barcelona?
I don't know. Every manager, every trainer has his plans about what you have to do to win, to beat the opponents. We know them. I think they know us, but football is unpredictable sometimes, and the quality of the players make the difference. And hopefully, our quality in front can make the difference tomorrow. And it's a so important game for us. For them, it's not a final. For us, it's a final, and you have to play in that way, like a final, because there's just 3 games left, and like we dropped 2 points in Glasgow, we penalized a lot in that time, and you have to recover that point in the next 2 games. Of course, the next 3 games against Celtic as well. Here, the last one.
Pep, Richard Tanner at the Express. Did that first hour in the new camp, obviously you lost 4-0 in the end, but did that first hour give you and the players some confidence that you can be a match for them if you cut out those mistakes?
Yeah, I would like to play many things we make in the first hour, but every game is completely different. So now they know better than us, because they're going to change his high pressing. Maybe we are going to change our way we press, our build-up, our many things, control his players live up the pitch, and so I would like to play in good level as much as possible. 90 minutes will be perfect, but what passed in Barcelona, that is not the reason why it's going to happen tomorrow. So I don't know. So, but maybe we'll learn. In the past, last 3 years, with Manuel and now with Jav, we play against Barcelona. You have to be focused 90 minutes. You have to, knowing they're going to provoke our mistakes, because sometimes you make mistakes because they provoke that mistakes. for the quality they have. But we have to do to provoke our mistakes. We had few chances there. In that moment, is try to keep going in that sense, and try to finishing well or better than in Barcelona on the last games.
Hola Pep, buen día, David Ibáñez de Mediaset Sport. Te quería preguntar, tú que conoces bien al Barça, estos jugadores, ¿qué tenéis que
What do you need to do to beat them? And when Messi's playing well, is it difficult to, or is it impossible to beat Barcelona? No, we'll try, like we did in Manchester when we played 11 against 11. We'll try it again. I've never thought that we can't win a football match, and I never start to think in that way. Even though we lost 4-0, we can always do things better. But I've never entered into a match thinking that I can't win. We know it's difficult, we know they're a difficult opponent, but we know we need to play almost perfectly to win, but we'll give it a go. And if not, well, congratulate them on the way that they've played, and just set our minds on the game in Glasgow and also the game against Mönchengladbach in 2 or 3 weeks. Hi, Victor from Undersero. The result of the first game and the players that are missing from the Barca team, does this change the way you face up to this match? I think we have to think that we've not got right backs. We have one that's recently played there and one that's 19. We all have problems, we all have players out. They have some obviously important players out. But 4-0 is 4-0. We have to learn from that. When you lose in that way, at that level, the only thing you can do is win. The only thing you can do is learn. Marianne for Fox in the United States. In matches, you see lots of tactics and you trying to give messages to your team. How close is the team to the style you want to play? Particularly when you're playing against Barcelona. In 3 months it's impossible to get to the level. Not just here, but any place in the rest of the world. In 3 months it's impossible. I'd love to be closer, but we need time. Marta Ramon from Raku. I would like to know, what would make you happy after the game tomorrow? Particularly after what happened in Camp Nou. 3 points, and then obviously going up the table. We need more time together. I'd like to show them to show courage and put everything into the game, and it's important for them. I know that. Just a willingness to play well. That's simply because that's what I'd like them to do. That's all we can ask from our players. That everyone can have their own opinion, who should play, etc. But without willingness, other things you're not unable to do. Obviously, the best thing would be to win the game and to have opportunity during the game and to protect ourselves during the game at times also. In the first half, obviously we played well at Camp Nou. But obviously the 2 wide players for Barcelona are almost unstoppable. But I've said it on many occasions. The only thing I can ask for is that they play the way they know. And that's why I'm the manager. Pep, ¿te puedo preguntar de el representante?
No answer.
Buenas tardes, Pep. José Álvarez para
Jose Alvarez for Sexta. You have said publicly that you said in the last press conference that you are a fan of Barcelona. Is it difficult to play against Barcelona then, against another team? No.